Dear students, we are moving to second chapter, Nationalism in India. Key concept of the lesson: Mahatma Gandhi and the idea of Satyagraha, the power of truth and the need to search for truth and mental strength is more powerful than physical force to win the hearts of the oppressor. Novel idea of Satyagraha was first time implemented in South Africa. In India, first was Champaran in 1916 to inspire plantation workers who struggled against oppressive plantation system. 1917 Satyagraha of Kheda to support the peasants. In 1918 Satyagraha at Ahmedabad among the cotton mill workers. Hind Swaraj, the famous book written by Mahatma Gandhi, which emphasized non-cooperation to British rule in India. The First World War, Khilafat and non-cooperation. On 13th April 1919, Jallianwala Bagh massacre, Amritsar in Punjab. The First World War and its effect. Huge increase in defense expenditure. Custom duties were raised. Income tax was introduced. And there was forced recruitment in rural areas. Spread of epidemics. Then next point. The Rowlatt Act of 1919, it gave the British government enormous power to repress political activities and allowed retention of political prisoners without trial for 2 years. Non-cooperation program was adopted at Nagpur in December 1920. The peasants' movement in Oudh demanded reduction of revenue, abolition of beggar under the leadership of Baba Ramchandra. Inland Emigration Act 1859. Under this act, plantation workers were not permitted to leave the tea gardens without permission. Alluri Sidaram Raju led the tribal revolt in Guttan Hills of Andhra Pradesh. Khilafat agitation led by Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali. Chauri Chaura incident, violence, withdrawal of non-cooperation movement in 1922. Swaraj Party was founded by C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru for return to council party politics. Simon Commission 1928 and boycott of Simon Commission. Lahore Congress session and demanded for Purna Swaraj in 1929. Lahore present it is in Pakistan. Dandi March and beginning of civil disobedience movement. Salt was something consumed by rich and poor alike, and it was one of the most essential item of foods. Salt considered a more effective weapon for protest against Britishers. Government's repressive policy, Gandhi-Irwin Pact and failure of round table conferences, relaunching of movement. Then, who participated in movement? The rich peasants communities, the poor peasantry, business class, industrial workers in Nagpur, and a large scale of participation of women took active part in the movement. Limits of the movement. Less participation by untouchables, Ambedkar for separate electorate and Pune Pact in 1932. Lukewarm response by some of Muslim political organization. Provisions of Pune Pact in 1932 signed between Dr. Ambedkar and Gandhiji. It gave depressed class reserved seats in central provincial council, but they were to be ought by the general electorate. The sense of collective belonging. The sense of collective belonging came partially through the experience of united struggle, role of folklore and songs, the image of Bharat Mata and nationalism through icons or symbols for representation of history. The first image was created by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay and printed by Rabindranath Tagore. Then Satyagraha, Champaran 1916, Satyagraha at Kheda 1917, Satyagraha at Ahmedabad 1918, Hind Swaraj non-cooperation, then the First World War, Jallianwala Bagh massacre 1919, Rowlatt Act 1919, Amritsar in Punjab, Jallianwala Bagh incident. Then non-cooperation movement, Khilafat agitation, Baba Ramchandra, Aluri Sidaram Raj, Chauri Chaura incident 1922, withdrawal of movement. Then Swaraj Party 1925, C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru, Simon Commission 1928, Lahore Congress 1929, Civil Disobedience Movement and Dandi March 1930, Gandhi-Irvine Pact 1931, Purna Pact 1932, Sense of Collective Belonging, Novels, History, Ballads, National Flag, Image of Bharat Mata. Then short type answers. Why non-cooperation? What was the method used in the movement? Gandhiji in his famous book The Swaraj declared that the British continued to rule with the cooperation of the Indians. If we withdraw our cooperation, then the rule will end. It began with surrender of titles, boycott of civil services, army, police, courts, legislative councils, schools and foreign goods. Foreign goods. Swadeshi goods started to use. Boycott national education also. Then why did non-cooperation movement slow down in cities? Khadi cloth was more expensive for the poor. No alternative Indian institutions to accommodate. Students and the teachers began to going back to the government. Schools and lawyers also joined in the court. That's why in the city non-cooperation movements slowly it become slow. When did Simon Commission came to India? Why it was boycotted? Simon reached India in 1928. It was boycotted because it did not have any single Indian. It did not talk about Swaraj. Who were the leader of Khilafat movement? Why it was started? Ali brothers, Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali, the defeat of Ottoman Turkey in the First World War and harsh peace treaty was going to be imposed on Ottoman Empire by British people. To defeat this, a Khilafat committee was formed to undo the wrong done by the Turkey, joined by the non-cooperation movement. What were the conditions of Gandhi-Irvine Pact? Mahatma Gandhi signed the pact with Lord Irwin in 5th March 1931. Gandhiji agreed to participate in the second roundtable conference in England. Government agreed to release all the political prisoners. What were the decision at Lahore Congress session 1929? In December 1929, under the presidency of Jawaharlal Nehru, the Lahore Congress formalized the demand of Purna Swaraj or complete independence. It was declared that 26th January 1930 would be celebrated as Independence Day, when people were to be taken edge. Independence decided to launch civil disobedience movement. How did the First World War help in the growth of nationalist movement in India? War created a new political and economical situation. It led to an increase in expenditure. The war led to price rise and hardships for common people. War led to forced recruitment of people. Acute shortage of food led to the famine and misery. Indians began to realize that they were drawn in a war unnecessarily. This feeling united Indians against British. Okay, we will continue in next video.